Lights, camera, action, everybody. Hey, and welcome. Zac, Deane here with Brandon Mario Westcott. We are so excited to bring you the Healy story, the truth about Healy, the testimonials, how this amazing thing works, this amazing device works, and how it's changed our lives and hundreds of thousands of people, actually only tens of thousands of people globally at the moment. So for those who don't know, I'm actually sitting in the park right now. I'm grounded. I'm literally in the park here, because there's better reception and I'm grounded here. So this is why the lighting is like this, as you guys can see in the background. But I'm super excited to share with you, Healy, how it all works. Really, the intention is to give you as much information as possible in the next 40 minutes so that you walk away here being educated to know if you want to integrate Healy into your life or not, right? So we're here just to educate and to inform you guys. And any questions that you guys do have, please go back to the person that invited you to the webinar, because they can direct you in helping you with more information. Before we get into this, guys, there's like nearly 50 people on this webinar. This is huge. Please jump into the chat. I'd love to know where you're tuning in from. Some of you guys are already doing it, what country you're in, where you're tuning in from, what time it is as well. We'd love to see the high vibes. And let's just get into this. So really, this journey started for me 8 months ago, nearly 9 months ago in December last year. So I was introduced to the Healy. For those who don't know what it looks like, this is it right here. Okay, this is in Europe, a class 2 medical device. In America, it's a FDA cleared machine. And in Australia, we're getting more of the certification. But my health mentor at the time actually introduced me to this. And so someone that I've known for over 13 years, and he had an experience with this where literally he held it in his hand and through the smartphone was able to actually pinpoint what was out of balance in his field. Okay, so literally pinpointed for him relaxation. And at the time, he was very stressed and overwhelmed with his life and family dramas and things like that. And it really pinpointed to relax. And so he ran the relaxation program on, these are my new wristbands here, connecting that through into the body, creating a full circuit. And it made him super relaxed, super calm. And he ended up falling asleep and had the best night's sleep. And that next morning, he called me up and he said, Zac, I don't know what this Healy thing is, but you should definitely check it out. It's really interesting. You should check it. And so I did a whole bunch of research. I sat in the park similar to this, and I watched a whole bunch of the lectures, some of the science that we're going to go through tonight. But I started to integrate this into my own life. It helped me with anxiety, stress, improved my sleep, brought back my dreams, helped me with my energy, helped me with my thyroid, intestines. And it's just been an energetic support for me, as well as reducing pain in my body too. So my question to you guys is, what is your biggest health goal right now? And what is your biggest health challenge? And maybe, just maybe, the Healy can actually help support you in that. And so with this, we've then gone on a journey. Brandon and I were next door neighbors. We met through a health and wellness company. He's an incredible business coach. He's worked with Tony Robbins, as you can see here. He's worked with so many people globally, helping them build 6-figure businesses, 7-figure businesses. And he's going to join me here as well in just a moment to actually share how the Healy all works. But really, a snapshot into my life. I was brought up with a mother who's a naturopath. My first stepdad was a yoga teacher. My second stepdad was a psychotherapist. So a very holistic, natural approach, alternative remedy household. And so getting out of high school, I got into film and television, TV presenting, acting. I then went to Los Angeles and did that thing for a while and found my passion in health, nutrition, food. So I started a YouTube channel. I worked with Vitamix, the blenders, traveling around the country here in Australia for over 2 to 3 years, creating whole food smoothies and recipes and just the most amazing food. So I started the YouTube channel. I studied nutrition and health coaching. I've coached hundreds of people around Australia and around the world. I now run my own events called Broth Night, which is all about bringing people, conscious community together. My ultimate vision, and this is why Healy fits in so well, is because I want to co-create the healthiest people on the planet. And so what that means is mind, body, spirit, health-wise, also financially as well. It's a holistic approach to health. And Healy is going to fit into this because it really supports our energetic field. Whether you have goals for your relationship, this actually can support you emotionally, physically. It can actually help you with your business. If you're an entrepreneur, not wanting to burn out, you're wanting to sustain your focus. If you're a stay-at-home mom or dad, or if you're an athlete and you're wanting to support your body through all the stress, lack of sleep, there's programs for everyone, right? There's so many incredible programs. So we're going to go through that in a moment. And really, if you're here right now, just put a yes in the comments. But if you're here right now and you share a common vision and a common intention of life, I really believe that you're here, I'm here to actually become our purest form in life, our purest form. And through us being our purest form, we can then add value and ripple that into the rest of the world. And so if you're here to become your purest form, your healthiest version, if you're here to make the world a better place, please put yes into the comments. I'd love to see the high vibes from every single one of you. So without further ado, I'd love to introduce Brandon. He's just been doing hill sprints. You know, we've actually just completed a 13-day water fast where it totally shifted our mind, body, and spirit. And we used Healy to support us energetically throughout this time as well. So I'm going to introduce Brandon to quickly share a bit of his story, and then we're going to get into the science and how this incredible device works. All right.
What's up? Hey guys, Brandon here, and today is a beautiful day. Every day is a beautiful day to be sharing Healy. Because if I look back 9 months ago, I can't believe it's been 9 months, but we were able to, get access to this technology at such a early adopter phase where we literally got the opportunity to rewrite what is going on in the world. And I look at my story, and I'd just like to share a brief moment as to how I even came about Healy in the background that it impacted me on the level of which I was completely sold on this device was because I thought that, I had to keep going to seminars after seminars after seminars in order for me to fix myself. You see, I had an interesting background, a very, emotional background in the sense that I grew up very shy, anxious, and not really able to connect with people. I didn't have the good grades at school. I was a F student. And on top of that, I completely had a debilitating relationship with my mother that really, it set the stage for what was to come. And I remember, if it wasn't for starting a 6-figure business in the math class I was failing, I would completely be put through that system that didn't really support me. And I got myself out of the system and started to work more in the entrepreneurial space, starting 6- and 7-figure businesses. And I climbed the ranks of success, but I wasn't really fulfilled inside. I was trying to meet a need externally. And so around the time when I came back to Australia, I had just tried to work for Tony Robbins. I got given the ultimatum to, either choose the girlfriend that I brought with me or the family. And I didn't think I should choose one or the other. So I chose neither. I chose Zac in the sense that I moved out and moved into his house. And we began this pilgrimage, so to speak, of, empowering people by empowering ourselves. Little did I know a device could actually pinpoint what was going on in my life. Because you see, I hadn't spoken to my mother for a year at this point when I received the device and got my first aura scan. And it was the aura scan that pinpointed exactly what was going on and on my bioenergetic field. And it showed me what was going on in the sense that it pinpointed. I hadn't spoken to my mother in a year up until the day before Zac had told me there's this device that scans chakras. I was like, well, I just had a field argument with my mom and basically was about to take it to the grave of that ultimatum. And she basically said it's either her or it was the same ultimatum, only even more intense. Her or, the family, but you can't choose both. In fact, if you don't dump her, then you are disowned from the family. And I took that to heart and I was ready to take it to the grave. And if it wasn't for Zac bursting out, as we were next door neighbors, I probably would have still held on to that emotion. In fact, it came up in my chakra scan a week later, and it was 6 a.m. We woke up, and rarely do I wake up at 6 a.m. And I got this scan, and it literally said my heart chakra right here, the person feels like his mother's love came at blackmail and control. And I was just like, what the? Are you serious? This thing can actually do what I've been trying to work on over the last 8 years, actively investing over $150,000 into my own personal development, going to seminar after seminar after seminar, which pinpointed all the trauma that I had within my mother and how that, showed up in other aspects of my life. Here's a device that actually got me to the core root cause of what was going on at a subatomic level. And it got to the root cause. And for the first time in the history of time, I saw the story I was telling myself in a format that was disconnected from myself on my smartphone. And it literally closed the feedback loop. And it closed the feedback loop that set the stage for helping impact 4,000 people and, accelerating in the last 9 months or so. And I look at today, I see how important this is really. Like, if you guys are in the comments right now, and actually just pinpoint what it is you agree with or whether you don't agree, who agrees that, in today's society, the structural foundation of society is literally crumbling right before our eyes? Who can agree, right? Who can agree? Because this is what we're up against. Things aren't working the way it was meant to be. This new normal, people just want to go back to normal. When can we wait for things to go back to normal? Guys, I don't know about you, but the way things weren't actually meant to be in the first place. It was meant to be in the sense that it was allowing us to, be conscious of what we don't want. But, who's to say that we want what we were coming from? We need a new approach. We need a new approach in terms of health. We need a new approach in terms of wealth. The system that enslaves us, while we live in the world where we claim to be the most connected human species on the planet, we are so disconnected from ourselves. Like, think about it. Look at the statistics. Anxiety is increasing. Depression is increasing. Suicide in here in Australia, 25 to 35, 1 in 3 males commit suicide. That just tells me something's not right. That this system that we've been pushed through that doesn't really support our own unique gifts, genius, let alone the health system's not really supporting us to the level of which it should be. When we start to do this research, this kind of technology has been around since the 1930s. Why are we only hearing about it now? Like, why is it that 2 guys in a park are giving you this information? It's because it's been suppressed. Because maybe there's an agenda. You guys decide whether or not we are, being kept at the effect side of the equation. Because this is what I believe is it's very profitable to be at the effect side of the equation. It's very profitable to be sick. It's not very profitable to be healthy. It's very profitable to keep buying, products that doesn't really, support you and your own self-worth. If you felt worthy inside, if you felt like you were enough, you wouldn't be able to go out and buy all these products because you've already got it inside. So this is why we're here. It's to help people find their true self. It's to give themselves an experience of what's possible more than they can actually do that, because a device that disconnects us from ourselves can actually reconnect us to our highest potential. I see that, and we see that as a Trojan horse to spirituality, because right now we're in a spiritual war. Who can agree? We are in spiritual warfare. World War III is a spiritual war. It's an elusive one, and so this is why we're here. We want to give you the as much information as possible so you can make your own decisions and make yourself open to something like this. So I would like for you to get the most out of this is to get a pen and paper ready, because Zac, health, and for me, this is how we met. He coached me on health. I coached him on business. I, for one, was very good at disconnecting from here down, right? And so, because health was just so complicated to me, it was so complex, and there was a missing piece. I always saw that there was something not right about it. And so Zac, with his genius mind, has actually enabled so many people by making health simple. So if you want to actually get the best out of this, get a pen and paper ready, remove all of the beliefs of what you think health is and come in this with an open mind. And we'll be talking a little bit more as to how this can really, what this can do for you. So I'd just love to bring Zac back on, because this is the guy that actually, I was one of the, I was literally the first person he told about this. I'm so grateful for it. It's changed my life in so many different ways. I literally quantum leaped so many paradigms. I can't even believe you. And we've helped so many people as a byproduct of this. Like, it's insane what this community can do, because I like to close with this. You can't spell community without unification. Unity, unification within self to unify the world. We cannot connect to other people to the depths that we have yet to connect to ourselves. And so that's where, this is where, Zac comes in, and he's going to share with you all of the amazing stuff. So give it up for Zac.
High five. Amazing. High five. Yeah. Just putting my frequency on. I was putting on some Pure program to help me with environmental toxicity. Anyway, guys, Brandon is amazing. He'll jump back on shortly to share more about the vision. But I'm going to get straight into the science. We're going to go through the Healy story, what microcurrent is, how it works, the science and history, who and how, the different options, as well as the support and training that you guys get. So where did this start? This is the craziest thing, right? I found out about the Healy back in December, and I was like, other people need to know about this. So I told the people closest to me, I was like, guys, this is massive. This is the first wearable in the entire world. And I want to show you guys. So I rounded up some of my best friends and family, and we went down to a sunrise session at Balmoral Beach in Sydney. No one ever gets up for a sunrise, but they decided to come for a sunrise to check out this device. That's how exciting it was. So we sat there, everyone got a scan. Brandon had this mind-blowing experience where it pinpointed some trauma that was happening with his mum. And then, which is, for me, it's also pinpointed stuff around trauma towards my dad, my mum as well, with relationships, sexuality, the emotional blocks that are in our field, they show up in our body. And so that's what it actually does. And it's mind-blowing. And that's how we've been doing the remote sessions as well through Zoom, connecting with people globally, because everything's energy and energy is everything. And so he had this experience, and I don't know if you've ever felt this feeling, but when you've given something to someone or offered something and it really works and it blows their mind, like this reaction, you get so excited. I got so excited. I was like, hey, I bought my Healy. I waited a couple of weeks because it was, delivery and things like that took a while. It tested my patience, but I was like, I'm so excited. I was literally waiting at the front of my door, like, when is it coming? When is it coming? Every single day. I was so excited. And then since then, we went on, as you said, a pilgrimage. We traveled literally state after state. We connected with biohackers, 87-year-old Larry, with theta healing practitioners, yoga practitioners, stay-at-home business people, pets, plants. We scanned everyone. I scanned 35 people in my first week. We then went to a white party New Year's Eve. We scanned hundreds of people. Brandon's meditating there. We went to our house. We had self-care Sundays. We do yoga in the park. We went to Bondi Beach. We just wanted to test this on everyone. I literally went to the highest people that I valued their opinions of, science degrees, people that train doctors on EMF and 5G. And so I wanted to go to them, and they all gave me the tick of approval. They literally said, this is amazing, go and share this with the world. And I said, all right, let's do it. My mum, who's a naturopath, got involved. We went to the Mind, Body, Spirit Festival with hundreds of people there before COVID. We went and saw biohackers, Toby from Biohacking Australia, my little brother on a plane, using the protection by electrosensitivity programs. We then just did presentation after presentation, sharing this everywhere we could. At my event, Broth Night, where we had 40 people hanging out, and we're just integrating this into our lifestyle. We traveled here to the Gold Coast and Brisbane and Sunshine Coast and Ipswich and Lismore and like all these amazing areas, because we know one thing. It's that community and unity is the most important thing right now. The world is waking up, and it's our not just an opportunity now to share this, it's a responsibility. And so really, before we get into the science, this is the beginning of the science and how it all works. It's to understand that Nikola Tesla, the guy that created this electricity that you're listening to this device on, who created the lights, the electrical system, he said that if you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. Now, I want you to imagine for a second, what if you had a device that tapped into energy, frequency, and vibration? That would mean that we now have a device that taps into the secrets of the universe. Sorry for the crows in the background, guys. This is the Australian outback here where we live. It's beautiful. And so this is what we all have access to. So in Europe, as I mentioned, a class 2 medical device for the treatment of pain, fibromyalgia, skeletal pain and migraine, as well as for the supportive treatment of mental illness, such as depression, anxiety, and sleep disorders. A lot of what we're going to share with you in the next couple of minutes isn't understood by the box of medicine. There's a box of medicine that's fantastic, that's great. But if you're looking for an alternative, something outside of the box, that's what this is all about. Yes, universal knowledge. And so in in America, it's FDA cleared. In Australia, more of the certifications are getting kind of set up. We haven't fully established here in Australia yet. But everything comes back to this. Let's just put it as easy as to define good frequencies and bad frequencies, okay? Good frequencies, bad frequencies. And so Wi-Fi, our phone, man-made light, man-made electricity, these are all bad frequencies, okay? If you look at good frequencies, it's connecting back to nature. It's getting outside, the sunrises, natural light, natural water, natural food, hugging people. You know, these are frequencies that are good. And so the Healy works on the good frequencies of our body. It works on what's called microcurrent or modulated frequency therapy. And so I've probably put the, I'm just going to move my image there. Oh, there we go. Cool. So if you're into science, if you want to know how this works, go and research Robert Obecker and Bjorn Nordenstrom. These guys were scientists. They were integrating frequency therapy into their practice and getting incredible results. For example, BJ Nordenstrom was kicked off the American Medical Association for using frequency therapy too well and getting incredible results. Kicked off. He was like, this is too good. We can't have you on our board. And then Robert Obecker, he actually started studying salamander lizards. So salamander lizards, I don't know if you know, they're incredible. And if you cut their leg off, it grows back. They're like, how does this work? Because if you get a frog and cut a frog's leg off, it doesn't grow back. So what's the difference between a salamander lizard and a frog? And so they actually pinpointed the electrical charge that the salamander lizard created. They pinpointed it from the salamander and put it onto the frog and the cut off limb. Guess what happened to the frog's limb when they connected the electrical charge? It actually grew back. So by using a specific microcurrent on the leg of a frog that doesn't regenerate naturally, it started to regenerate. So Robert Obecker studied this. And so this is working on the electromagnetic system that we have. We're a symbiotic. We have a synergistic in relationship with all these different body systems that are all interlinked. And so the Healy works on that electrical charge to actually stimulate ATP, protein manufacturing, optimal function of our cellular health. So there's a certain cellular charge in our cells. If there's life stresses that come involved, toxins, toxic thought, trauma, injury to the body, it changes the cellular voltage from healthy to aches to pains to injury to inflammation to eventually what happens is cell death. Okay, so we do, and right now, if you're jumping on here, you're probably very health conscious. You know, you do the healthy habits every day. So we do everything, we do these healthy habits because they increase our charge, our vibration, and we feel good. It slows down the aging process. Now, that's exactly what the Healy does. It works on the regeneration process already happening in our body. This just reminds our body what to do. This is just it's kind of like a defibrillator. You know, when someone's had a heart attack or something and they use a defibrillator to wake them up, it's tapping into that electrical charge. And it's kind of like with your laptop, right? My laptop right now, I've got it on a portable charger. If I didn't have this portable charger, I would have no battery eventually. And so in our body, we have all these battery packs, and that's the mitochondria. And so the Healy works on charging up these battery packs within the body, the cell voltage, how your computer, how your house is actually running through electricity. This works our body temple through electricity as well. If that makes sense, if that's really exciting, put a yes in the comments. I want to see that you guys get excited by that. I love how the body works. Our body is the most amazing thing on the planet. And so the Healy taps into the physical, mental, emotional, the meridian, chakras, the bioenergetic field, and learning. And so physically, I use the Healy on some tension I've had in my jaw for over 10 years. 20 minutes, it's pretty much gone. I've used it on some CrossFit injuries. I've used it on my knee when I hurt it at the gym. And literally what my knee injury would usually have would take to recover about a week to recover from an injury. But I use the Healy, I use the sticky pads, and overnight it was better, and I was able to go back to the gym the next day. So if you're an athlete, if you're wanting to get the performance of your body, you've got injuries, if you're wanting to recover quicker so you can get back into the gym, you got a bit of a fitness challenge that you're working on, the Healy can be used to support you through fitness as well. Now, mentally, okay, the mental balance acute, all the mental programs that we'll go through shortly, it works on helping balance out the brain waves. We have different levels of brain waves, different levels of brain awareness. When you're sleeping, it's a different brain wave to when you're awake and you're driving a car. It's different brain waves. So the Healy works on balancing out these brain waves because our heart has waves and frequencies in our head. And for me, when I put the Healy on the mental balance on, it literally makes me feel like in a couple of minutes, like I'm more present, I'm more calm, I'm breathing more deeply, and I'm just more present in my body, more me. so to speak. And so that then helped me sleep, brought back my dreams. I woke up more refreshed. I started to feel more emotionally balanced. I was craving less foods the next day, less alcohol, those types of things that sometimes I might feel stressed and want to have those, I guess, easy distractions. It's actually helped me balance out my emotional state, which is then working on the meridian lines, the energy centers of the body, as well as the chakras, energetic field, and learning as well. So this is how the Healy works. Really simple. Write this down. It works on one. It analyzes the specific frequencies in the body that are causing bioenergetic imbalance. My little brother did a scan, right? Put it in his hand. Within 2 minutes, we pinpointed that his skin had acne, and it recommended the acne program. A chef friend of mine put it on his hand or did a scan. It came up that he had burnt himself as a chef, and so it pinpointed his scar system. And so it pinpoints these systems that are out of balance, and then it directs the frequencies back to the body to bring it back into balance. Because your body's the miracle. Your body, when it's balanced and it's in the right environment and not in all these man-made toxic environments, it actually thrives when it's out of that environment and in a healthy environment. And so there's programs for energy, relaxation, releasing tension, balancing, for staying calm, care for your immune system, pure for environmental toxicity. There's programs for pain, back pain, memory, concentration, muscles. So when I went to the gym, after doing some gym workout, the next day I had sore muscles. And so guess what the Healy pinpointed? Muscles. My muscles were out of balance. So then I did the program, and it sent each one of these programs about 400 different frequencies. And so it's directing these microcurrents back to the body to get it back into balance. So the best analogy I know to describe the Healy is it's kind of like, when you go bowling, and sometimes when you're not a very good bowler, you put the roller guards up so the ball doesn't go into the gutter. And so the Healy is kind of like the roller guards on life. We have stress, we have anxiety, we have these things that take us out of our center. And so the Healy is bringing us back into balance so we don't fall off into the gutter as much. There's more momentum, there's more focus, there's more getting back onto the horse and increasing your container so you can keep moving through life stresses. This is why it's so popular. There's programs for sleep, job programs for fatigue and exhaustion and burnout. There's programs for beauty, skin elasticity, aging, nails, hair, like what is going on in your life? Where are you spending all your money on products that aren't working, right? That are toxic. This is about getting rid of those toxic, unnecessary products and using our body, a frequency that our body is designed on, and tapping into that system, right? There's mental balance. There's the meridian programs. All these different systems are connected. My friend had a back pain. Literally, it pinpointed that in his scan, and his pain went from 9 down to a 2 in 10 minutes. My other friend had a back pain that didn't come up back pain, it came up kidney meridian. So it pinpointed the kidney meridian, they ran that one, and that was able to actually help his pain as well. So it pinpoints what's out of balance and then directs the programs back to the body. So we've got programs for allergies. It's amazing for allergies, immune system, and eyes. Now, just so you know, the Healy is not designed to cure, prevent, reverse, treat any illness or disease. It's just getting your body back into bioenergetic balance. We've then got programs for cellular protection, so electrosensitivity, cell protection, mental protection, as well as all the chakras, all the 7 body chakras. So there's 144,000 frequencies. There's a quantum sensor in here that picks up on our frequency, just like the car radio picks up on frequencies from radio waves. This picks up on human frequency waves. And then through the application, through the apps, so using the smartphone, it directs these frequencies back to the body through either the wristbands, ear clips, or sticky pads to the body. And so what's happening right now is the world is waking up, right? There's a collective consciousness that is going through a transition and transformation. And so if you agree that the world is going through a transformation right now, please put a yes in the comments, just so we know we're all on the same page and it's not just me. So I want to read this one quote. The day that science begins to study the non-physical phenomena, it will make more progress in 1 decade than in all the previous centuries of its entire existence. So right now we're studying the non-physical phenomena. We're studying this we know that food and exercise is not what you need to be healthy. There are so many other layers and pieces of the puzzle. This is tapping in to the non-physical phenomena. And so it's this guy that actually created the science behind it. He created the $25,000 Euro machines, the time waver machines. For 15 years. They've helped 500,000 people, 2,000 practitioners. Marcus Schmecki is a genius. He's written 25 books. He has his own Institute for Consciousness. It's like a TED Talk, but for high-end physicians, mathematicians, therapists, engineers to talk about consciousness. So he then partnered with this guy called Nuno Nina. He's already got the 144,000 frequencies. He's been doing it for 15 years in multiple clinics throughout Portugal as a clinical director, therapist, and expert in cell biology. This guy is an expert in integrative medicine. So Marcus connected with him. He connected with their machines. And this is how they roll out their frequency therapy, holding these electrical rods. And they thought, hey, this is too bulky. This is not the future. We can only help a certain amount of people. Let's go global. Let's help people. Let's get into the hearts of minds of people globally through webinars like this, through network marketing, through social selling, through this, through the spoken word is so powerful, right? And so this is what they wanted to transition into is a wearable. And so now we don't need that frequency therapist. You become your own best frequency therapist. Anywhere you go, you can use this to improve your vibration. And so Caroline McMacken, as well as Nuno Nina is kind of like the king of frequency therapy. And Caroline McMacken is the queen of frequency therapy. I just downloaded her book, The Resonance Effect, and on iTunes. You can get it on Audible as well. It is very powerful. It's apparently a very powerful book. I'm really excited to listen to it. If you want to understand more about frequency therapy and the future of this industry, of this, I guess, type of therapy, check out Caroline McMacken. She's been using this for many years for sports rehabilitation, energy repair and recovery on athletes, high-end athletes who get injured, have surgeries, who injure their body and need to get back because they have this massive contract and need to get back on the field. She is the lady that gets called. She gets flown into these high-end NFL players and basketball players and things like that to help them with their injuries. And if you want to learn about how what she talks about with frequency therapy, it will blow your mind. Like if you really want to delve into the science, she is incredible. So I've just put that in the chat. I've got it saved to my keyboard. So Caroline McMacken, that's one of my favorite videos to watch. Anyway, so all these other doctors are also on the scientific team, right? These are epigeneticists. Whoops. These are naturopaths, acupuncturists, homeopaths. These are high-end doctors who are the head of their field on the scientific advisory board for Healy. It's not just one or two people believing in frequency therapy. These are global leaders and influencers in their field seeing that there's a holistic approach to health. And so right now we need this holistic approach to how we do things because the old way wasn't working. So we're looking for the new approach. And that's why they've really got this beautiful team of people around. And it gives me a lot of, I guess, certainty and a lot of confidence knowing that these guys are behind Healy. Looking at blood results, our blood is the river of life. It takes nutrition and oxygen to every part of your body. If your blood is stagnant and stuck, you're going to feel low. You're going to feel sick. Your body's going to age a lot quicker. So this blood was someone who's quite sick, right? Your blood would look like this if you've gone out to have a lot of fast food or if you've had a lot of alcohol the day before. Your blood's sticky, it's stuck. You're not feeling very high vibe or a lot of energy. So within 1 hour with the Healy program, the immune system, it changes the blood from that to this. More negative charge, which means the blood doesn't stick together, it flows. There's more oxygen, nutrition to more parts of your body, slowing down the aging process. This is tapping in to that cellular level, right? This is just 1 hour. Imagine using this 3 times a day for the next week, for the next month, for the next year, how your body is going to be so much more supported. And when you look at globally, on how this works, this is helping people mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually. This is supporting people with where they're at. If you want to look at some autism or mental health testimonials, check them out on YouTube as well. And so this is why, we are so excited. This isn't just about us anymore. We have a team of, over 4,000 people that have gotten started in our team directly in the last 9 months, 8 to 9 months. And so this is now not just an opportunity, it's a responsibility where we have training. We train you up on the product. We train you up on the sharing business side. And we take everyone through our accelerators and business groups on social media. and obviously in person if we can at people's homes. And so when you look at the testimonials, you know, don't trust us. Go do some research. Go into this group, the Healy experience group, learn from other people. Go and search for anxiety or MS or sleep or skin. Go and search some results for yourself, or pets, for cats. Someone looked in there today and he was like, oh, my friend's had really a lot of problems with his cats. And he screenshotted that. And just to remind you, the disclaimer is always here. The Healy's never designed to cure, prevent, reverse any illness, just getting your body back into balance. So I'd love to know from some of you guys who are listening right now, if you've got a Healy, if you've been using it, please just type in your testimonial, your results. What have been some of the benefits for you? I'd love to hear what you've been using the Healy for, just some of you who are listening right now, and what your favorite program is. Please put that into the chat. As you can see here, guys, testimonials for from all walks of life, even pets. And you've even got, just so many people in here. So that's a great way to learn, increase your knowledge and confidence in how Healy works in the body. So this is all about attracting other like-minded people. There's so many people here on this call, or you might be brand new, and you might be looking for a different way of getting connected to a community, a different way of really supporting your body on your health journey, maybe getting connected to a community that is high vibes, into impacting the world, who are entrepreneurial, who want to build a secondary source of income online. And so, you know, we're living through this time where anyone at home now can actually build a business online. And so if you're wanting to create a freedom lifestyle, I'm going to get Brandon up here in a minute and actually talk more about the vision and really what we're creating. But just some facts here that we'll go through in a second. But really, for me, in my team, there's so many other people who've started just for the product, right? They start for the Healy. They love this so much that they want to then share it with other people. And so they've gone and then shared it with their friends, family members. They've then had great results. But there's a few select people that want to share this with the whole world and create, you know, a financial fortress for their entire family, supporting them through debt, supporting them through bills and worry and not having the right food or rent. And this is actually offering people that extra financial support, even if it's another $500 a month, you know, $100 a week, or like, you know, a couple $1,000s a month, without jeopardizing your current situation. Still keep your job, but imagine being able to create a secondary source of income as well. And so really excited to share this with you guys. I'm going to get Brandon up to share a bit more of the vision, and then we're going to get you connected and offer some of you guys some remote sessions to get connected and actually get a session with the Healy. So over to you, bro.
Awesome. Wow. Thanks very much for that. And awesome. How awesome is that? Like, legit. This has been amazing. The level of clarity that one can get just by experiencing this is unreal. Because let's be real. Like, in terms of the vision of this, the vision of this is 100 million Healys worldwide. Like, what do you think that will do for the planet? And what do you think that will do for you as a byproduct of this? Like, for you to be able to get access to this now, this information now, is a blessing in of itself. Because right now we're in the phase of early adopters. We are literally the pioneers of this movement. We are literally the pioneers. We're on the leading edge of this. And to look at it, if you think about timing as one of the most, literally the most accredited success principle on the planet, all it comes down to is timing. Right now we're in the greatest time in the history of time, should you choose to accept that. Because there's almost an agenda, so to speak. There's almost an agenda, so to speak, to keep us at the effect side of the equation, like I talked about. And so here's something that can awaken us. Here's the opportunity that's turned into a responsibility now, where this is literally going to change the direction of humanity if we have any chance to influence it. Like, that's the only option. Because right now, we need more people than ever before. We need more people than ever before awakened. We need to awaken everybody for us to awaken up to our true unique gifts. Until that happens, nobody's awake, because I am you and you are me. And so if I am you and you are me, then until everybody's woken up, nobody's woken up. The question I'd like to ask you guys is, you know, could this be the thing that actually wakes humanity up for the masses? like we said, this is a device that disconnects ourselves that we can reconnect to ourselves on a grand scale. If you think about a blue ocean strategy from a business point of view, and by the way, you don't need to be in business for this. You don't even need to get this for the business. In fact, I recommend it for you to get it for yourself. But just from those who want to focus on the business as well, as a byproduct of people, because there's nothing bad about earning money. There's nothing bad about sales. In fact, sales is the process of helping people get what they want. What a blessing you can actually have an impact on by, being the change you wish to see in the world. So there's a blue ocean strategy right now. This is not just another pill, potion, or lotion, in the network marketing space. This is literally a category creator. And most people, like 70% of millionaires that are in network marketing start pre 100,000 members. Right now, there's pre 100,000 people who are promoting this. So we need to come together. The fact that this has come as a technology in the hands of network marketing is that we need to come together more than ever before. This is not just us versus us anymore. This is literally us versus them. Most people think, when they think about network marketing, it's a pyramid scheme. Well, who do you think created that term? Is it the same people that created conspiracy theories to deflect the information that's actually true, that actually helps people awaken to the truth? Because truth is trending right now, guys, and we need to band together more than ever before. Because, like I said, you can't spell community without unity. You cannot spell commission without mission as well. And what I love about this more than anything is the leaders of this, is the people who are actually coming to this industry with this game-changing technology, is that they love people. They're putting people more than they are putting profit first. And that is like the epitome of what you want when you've got someone at the helm of a company steering the decisions, is people more than profit. Because once you put the mission first, the commission just sorts itself out. And this is why we need to do this now. And this is why we need to band together. And we had a couple of checkboxes just to wrap this up. In order for this to make sense, the product itself had to be so good you didn't need a compensation plan attached to it. Right? Like I still, and I kind of perjure myself whenever I say this because, whatever, like I still don't know the compensation plan. I don't care. Like I do, but I don't. I care more about the people and the situations that this comes about in their life than the actual the actual byproduct in of itself. Right? Like this entire system is broken. And we don't need to fix it. We just need to change ourselves. And as a natural byproduct, we'll come up with the inspirations. We'll come up with the things that need to happen. And this is the root cause of where we need to get people to. Is most people running programs. Most people are sick and not really knowing what to do with their health, and therefore dependent on a system. Here, we can break people out of the matrix by not just depending on the system. They can self-heal at home. They can unlock their full potential anywhere they go. So they don't have to depend on a third party. This is what's really game changing. Is it's the first class 2 medical device in network marketing. So, with that in mind, what would your life look like if you partnered up with game changing people? Like literally, we have a mission to co-create 1 million millennial millionaires, 1 million people to awaken 1 million people. That's 1 billion people. Right? That's 1 billion people. And that's where we're going. So if you guys are thinking about coming along the journey of this, just by you having a device is enough. But I guarantee you, just by having a device, it'll be hard not to share. People will just be like, what's your secret, bro? Zach, what's your secret? How are you so high vibe? How have you changed directions of your life in such a short space of time? And the time is now. Literally, the time is now. So I applaud you for being here. I applaud you for actually coming on this journey and seeing so far. I know that not everybody is going to do this, and that's the truth. That's the unfortunate truth. Is not many, because so many people believe that, I can't afford it. I can't do this. I don't have enough time. I don't have enough money. All these BS that gets in our head. When we get in our head, we're dead. When we sleep on opportunities like this. Don't let your programming of your beliefs get in the way of what could truly be the most game-changing thing of your life. I kid you not. Don't believe us. Do your research. But as a byproduct of just this device itself, it's helped us heal ourselves and therefore helping heal the world. So you decide. You get to make the decision, and we hope to see you on the other side.
Oh, getting fired up. That's it, guys. How exciting. This is what it's all about. We do these webinars every Tuesday at this time. So everyone who jumped onto this link, share this link around. We do this every single week, and more than happy to, have anyone that you want to jump on here. Anyone that wants to buy a Healy, talk to the person that invited you to this as well. We've got a few more slides, and then we'll nearly wrap this up. I also want to share with you guys, if anyone wants to book in for a remote session as well to actually get an experience through Zoom. It takes about 15 minutes. If you already have a Healy as well, and it's on its way, this is only for new people. So if you're brand new and you want a bit of an experience, I run a couple of times throughout the week. So if you want to find that, jump onto my calendar and book in a time, or go back to the person that invited you to this webinar. They need to obviously have a Healy Resonance, which is the top of the line model, which is right here. So the Healy Resonance is about 3,800 Australian dollars, which is about 2,500 US. Now you get a 2-year warranty with the machine and a 14-day money back guarantee. So if you don't like the Healy after 2 weeks from delivery, send it back and get all your money back. Now, if money's a bit of an issue right now, start on a lower model, like the 760 Aussie or 500 US, and then you can pay the difference later and upgrade. So you just pay the difference anytime, upgrade at any point. Now on this lower one, the gold program, it doesn't scan, it doesn't do the emotional analysis or the chakra analysis and all the incredible scans, but it does get you starting with frequency therapy with 20 programs. This Healy Holistic Health has 50 programs. The Healy Health Plus has about 120 programs. The Healy Resonance has 120 programs, and then all the scanning capabilities, 2-year warranty. And then after the 2-year warranty, if anything happens to it, it's about a 300 US to get a replacement unit. And just like your phone, it's not going to last forever. The Healy lasts about 5 years before you need a replacement. Now, if you want to then share this with other people, there's no yearly fee. You buy the Healy once, you use it for you and the family forever. There's no ongoing costs. If you want to then have extra subscriptions for the digital nutrition, which we haven't spoken about, or if you want to have the extra programs for pets or anti-aging or brain function that are coming out soon, those are on subscription, and that's an optional extra cost. You'll get extra programs for you personally for your Healy. There's even additions with the Healy around different scans that you can do with the apps, and different analysis categories for different food, different deficiencies as well as a watch that has programs for sleeping, for fitness and being active and things like that. Now, when you get started, as Brandon said, it's hard not to share this, but it's totally optional. If you start on the Healy Resonance, right, the top of the line model, and you share it with 3 people in your first month, you get a free top of the line resonance model. So you start on your resonance. Let me just move this. I keep moving this thing around. There we go. You start on the resonance, you share it with 3 people in your first month, and you get a free resonance. If you started on a lower model, like the 500 euro or the $1,500 Aussie one, and you sell 3 Healys in your first month, any of the Healys, you get the commission, which is 100 to 500 US per sale, per commission, but you also get a free upgrade. So you could potentially start on the Healy Gold, sell 3 Healys in your first month, and then you get upgraded to the Healy Holistic Health. You sell another 3, you get upgraded. Sell another 3, you get upgraded. So that's for people who are a bit of a budget, which is fine. And then you can just upgrade later on. Or if you start on the resonance, that's the setting yourself up with the greatest experience with the Healy, and also the ability to scan other people. Like if you're really wanting to share this, the Healy Resonance is the one, and also do the remote sessions and whatnot. So when you get started, okay, you go through the person's link, you connect to them, they're going to plug you into our training groups, the Getting Started training link to become an expert with the product, to an expert, as well as the beginner guide to sharing if you want to as well. There's also a business portal with our Quantum Hack Your First 1K. So we train people on how to achieve their first 1,000 euros as well as 10,000 euros within the company. And we train with you every step of the way. We have a lifetime access to our Q&A groups on Telegram and Facebook. So you always have 24-hour, I guess, support. But the person that invited you, you're going to have support from them as well, whether you're a practitioner, whether you just want it as a customer, or whether you're wanting to share this around. This is that's how it works. So really, guys, if you want to find out more, talk to the person who invited you. If you're on this webinar, send me an email back if you want to have any questions. Everyone on this webinar will actually, to your email, 3 hours from now, will get a replay of this webinar. So if you want to have this webinar, it's only going to last for 48 hours before it gets deleted. So the next couple of days, you'll get some emails from me to educate you a bit more on Healy, and also to, with the replay and whatnot as well. If you wanted to book in for that remote session, that's my link there at the bottom too. So you can find a time probably later next week is best as well. And we also have our group here as well. If you want to actually join our group on Facebook, get plugged into the unit section or the webinars in there as well to learn in your own time. Just so you know, there's a couple of questions. If you have any questions, please put them in real quick. I'll get them answered. Contraindications: no one who's pregnant, no one who's epileptic, no one who has heart disease or pacemaker, no one who's on heavy medication. Always best to talk to their doctor before using the Healy. That is always recommended. They don't say that kids should use it. Just from a company point of view, they don't want to risk any liability. But at the same time, it's up to the parents' discretion. I know parents who use it with their kids and they use it remotely, and it helps a lot for their kids as well. So I want to say thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate. You'd have to talk with your doctor about that question, Renee. I'm not sure. That's way above my pay grade. I'm just here to share with you the ins and outs of Healy and whatnot. So just to recap, right, we now have this opportunity that the Healy can scan your body and help support you with whatever your health goals are. So what you mentioned before, whatever your health goals are, better sleep, better energy, better skin, helping your meridians and your organs and chakras and protecting you from all the electrosensitivity, all the man-made frequencies. The Healy is here to support you, right? At the end of the day, life rewards action. If there's no action being taken, you sit on the couch all day, nothing's really going to happen in life. This is all about getting connected, and we have so much support within the team. So we're so excited to see you on the other side. Please share this webinar around, and we look forward to seeing you either on the groups, on the trainings, or on this webinar next week as well. Have an amazing day, everyone, and excited to see you very, very soon. See ya.